Oh, that's a new face! Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barbara?
Ready to proceed. Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the Church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Murder?
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
No. There's no way!
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
Well, I was out late that night on business, and when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind. I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body! Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his... Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
This isn't looking good.
Not yet.
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear! Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like that.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene. The same location the witness described. It's true, no one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie. The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated. Spontaneous. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone. Which brings me to the second charge against—
Second charge?
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male. I now call the second witness to the stand.
Wait, that's...
At around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath a cliff. It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to illuminate his surroundings. From what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male, tall and thin, but I couldn't make out the age. He buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground to remove any traces.
We now have accounts from 2 separate witnesses that describe the same modus operandi. Would you call that a coincidence?
Is there such a thing? Dawn Winery is my home. It's not unusual for me to take walks in the area. I just happen to be in the right place at the right time. That's all.
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that—
What looks like the teeth and femur of a human. Now, it does beg the question. If the burial was fresh, why is this all that remains of the body?
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here. Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time? Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? I do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence. The investigators in— I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led— The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such—
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area south. Just as you endeavored to do, I too shall take up the path of creation, and break— Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both—
No, it can't be true.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims, and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Huh? Rosaria! Oh! Who is...
Traveler, Paimon! I could hear your arrival upon the wind. Were you looking for me?
Venti, did you send us that message?
No, I did.
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti?
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, deacon of the Church of Favonius. That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your mind, so I thought we should have... After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
Wait then.
About what? The fact that my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself?
Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Besides, a god needs someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Well, I knew from the moment Rhine Daughter and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt. When those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. The Kryda Prince, a perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
Which means we need to find a way to help your friend. Me? Well, I know that Albedo is a synthetic being, and that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt, even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
We noticed that too!
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free.
What are you getting at, Tony?
Oh, just making a comment. A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. If only there was a brave soul willing to aid their friend in his...
If you wanted our help, you could've...
Well, even if Albedo wasn't at the center of this case, protecting Mondstadt is part of being an honorary knight, right? You'll still have help, of course, which is why I prepared a little surprise.
Ooh! Paimon remembers that...
Don't worry, I removed the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to the Dodo communication device.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
We're old pals. Don't think she'd care if I borrowed it for a few days. Anyway, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out and we can chat. That's all I ask. No matter what comes, you have the wind on your side.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
Hey, Jean! But...
Wait, Captain Kaya! Surely I can't just... Oh, in that case, head on in.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it. Right back at ya. All right, let's see what we can find. Nope. No idea what that means. Not sure if it's too hard for Paimon or too hard for anyone outside this line of work. Human transmutation? Is Albedo seriously looking into that? Ooh. Wow,